All right, well, it's Monday morning. We're off school today, so you know what that means. It's not raining out there, so we're going to plant. But first off, I'm gonna tie up those fertilizer hoses that were messing with me last night. So I'm gonna do that real quick before we get going. We gotta fill up with seed, and we've got to work on the fertilizer pump. Dad's gonna help me with that here in a minute, so let's get to it. All right, guys, we're planting. We're actually planting a test plot right now. There's Austin back there. He's right on the back. We're planting the test plot for Bex, and we get about 25 acres done this morning. A whole 25 acres, so that's nice. And yeah, so it's about 5 o'clock now, and we're working on this test plot. Shouldn't be much longer. I think we got one more pass left, then we'll be moving on to finish up this 60-acre field. So we'll probably be here for a little bit tonight, and we'll see what the rest of the night brings. All right, guys, so it is about 9 o'clock now, and wouldn't you know it, about 9 o'clock I'm finally getting to where I can actually knock out some acres. So that's usually how the day goes. It takes about all day to get going, but it's just because you know, we're just starting out here, so I've only got about 200 acres planted, so still got a long way to go. I'm just trying to get all the kinks out of the planter. After you mess with stuff like that, it takes a little bit to get all the kinks out and everything, but I think we're getting close. I know there's a couple things that still need some work. We're still trying to get the fertilizer dialed in to where we want it at, but I think I'm getting real close on that too. I've got it dialed down to in between two numbers on the pump, so this should be the final test to tell whether I need to up it or put it down or leave it. So that's good. That'll make everything a lot easier to do. And then after that, we got a couple of leaks we need to take care of, possibly. I might have fixed those as well. So we're getting close to getting things dialed in, but not quite there. So I think my dinner is on the way, so I'll get that and then finish up this field. I got about 20 acres here, and then maybe we'll move to another field, maybe we won't. We probably should, because it's going to rain at about midnight tonight, so I'd like to get some more stuff done before that time, at least get started or get moved. So we'll just see what happens. All right, just finished up this 60 acres, so it's a few acres for the day, considering that we did the test plot today. We did that 35 acres down there by the farm, and then we did the 60 here, so I don't know what that adds up to, but that'd be like 95. So that's a pretty decent day considering we did a test plot. So anyways, we're making our way out of here. Just on another note, we this is cover crop barley here, and Dad killed this off. It's not really dead yet, but we're planting into it at about the right stage. I like planting into it right here because it's not so tall that it's seeded out, but it's also tall enough that the roots are actually doing work underground, breaking up that compaction. Anyways, it's just kind of a cool experiment. We did a lot of this cover crop barley. I'd say we got at least 1,000 acres of it. But I like this a lot better because it doesn't get as tall as the rye. So, but they say it still does the same thing underground, but it's just a lot shorter on top of the ground. So anyways, I'll quit boring you with that. We're making our way out to the front of this field. We got to cross the ditch. We got to fold up, cross the ditch, and then we're going to head down to the big barn where they have left me a spot and a ride to get back. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, we're moving along. Got it folded up, heading down to the barn. I can't go the shortest route because there's a 90-degree turn that I cannot make with this tractor and planter. It's just too long. It won't work, so I have to go down to the highway and then go down the highway and then go back over to the barn. But anyways, not a huge deal. All right, I took the hose and washed the planter down. I washed all the fertilizer off of it. Just real light, you know. I don't want to hurt the electronics, but I also don't want nitrogen in the electronics, so I got that all washed off. I don't want it to rust or anything, so I got that all kind of sprayed off for tonight, and we'll see what the weather does tonight. All After our week of a rain delay, we're finally back in the field today. It is Monday, May the 9th, and we're working some ground up here. We chiseled this in after we put sludge on it. We're kind of working this up with the field cultivator, trying to level it out a little bit. The plan is to come up here and plant corn tomorrow, if everything goes as planned. This should be pretty good. It's not as level as I would like it to be. We really need to get some rolling basket to get behind here. It's 35 foot, so it's not like super common, so you don't really see very many 35 foot rolling baskets or cultipackers or anything. So we kind of like to find this something. We seem to be able to find a bunch of 30 foot stuff, but can't seem to find anything 35. So we need to keep looking around definitely before next spring, because I'd like it to be a little bit smoother than that. There's a lot of clumps out there and stuff that should be leveled out. So anyways, working this ground up here. Got a little bit longer in this field. This is a 75 acre field, and then there's a 30 acre field right up the road here. We got to finish that up, and then that'll be it for working ground this spring, other than with the vertical tillage tools. So not very exciting, but it is exciting because I don't usually get to just sit back and drive a tractor. It's always something more like a corn planter or a sprayer or something like that. So this is actually pretty nice. So I'm just going to keep on rolling along here. We got a couple passes left. I got to do some inrows. Alright, well, that's going to be it for tonight. I just finished this backfield. I'm going to leave it at that because Pathall can do the front field in the morning. So that way I'm not out here so late. And then tomorrow night I'll try to get all this planted. So probably going to be a late one, so I'm going to go on home tonight. It's about 9:40, so I'll head on home, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We just got here today. It's about 4 o'clock, and we're going to get started planting some corn here. We're in the field we were yesterday. I got to turn my fertilizer on here, so that way we got some pressure. Try to do this one hand. I don't know if that's gonna happen. There we go. All right, got that. Should be good to go. It's nice and toasty in here.
Good clean.
All right, we got the difficult part done. Now all we're doing is putting on inrows. So, or actually, no, I don't know what I'm saying. We've got the inrows done, and we're just going back and forth now. So this is pretty easy, especially in this field. It's got some long rows in it. Fairly flat, so can't complain. I'm just going to keep going back and forth here. I'm kind of dialing in the fertilizer. We put some new orifices in to control the flow. We put some bigger ones in. We put black ones in rather than yellow ones. The color indicates the size. I think they got yellow, black, and gray or something. But we put some black ones in because we needed a little bit more flow. We're trying to get 15 gallons the acre on, and now I've got about 15 and a half or 16, so I'm trying to bring that down a little bit and get it dialed in. But I'm closer than I was before because we were running about 12 whenever we were planting last time. So we're doing better than we were last time. Still trying to dial that in, but overall we're doing pretty good here. So I'm gonna keep going back and forth. It's pretty dusty out there today with us working this ground. That's what happened. It dried out today, and so anyways, it's better too dry than too wet. Well, whenever it's this dry, it can get too dry, but it's about perfect today. So Hopefully we can get into some no-till conditions maybe tomorrow. Seems to be a little bit wet where it's no-tilled, but where we tilled this ground up seems to be pretty good. So alright, we're on the last couple passes here. Dad's up here spraying, putting some pre-emerge down just to keep anything from coming up through this ground here. So it also looks like he lost the light game. He's got his lights on first, so here we go. Oh my, what a good view out the back. Cannot see a thing. Looks like we're gonna have to turn on the dust wipers. Oh yeah, much better. That's not better at all. Alright. Yeah, it is a little bit dusty. We got 2 passes left here, so this is actually worked up pretty good right here. So I'm running about 5.5 miles an hour, which is normally unheard of around here. But with this hydraulic downforce, is doing a really good job of keeping those row units steady. You can see my good ride is at 98%, 97%, and ground contact's at 100%. Singulation's all good. So I can go 5.5 miles an hour. The only thing that's we're gonna run into tonight is running out of fertilizer. I'm still trying to get that fertilizer pump set, and I thought I had it close earlier, but it ended up not being close. So we're gonna have to do something about that. I think I turned it down a little bit more now. It was up around 16, and now I got hopefully down to around 15 now. So we'll see how that goes. But we need to look into getting something different for our pump rather than that ground drive thing, because we're trying to get on a specific amount, and that pump is just not allowing us to do that, because we can't tell how much we're getting on unless we do like 20 acres and see how much fertilizer we used on that 20 acres. So it kind of makes it difficult whenever you're trying to dial it in and actually get a precise amount on. Ends are a little bit rough going across them, but other than that, it's not too bad. You see Dad, he's got his boom lights on over there. Those lights are pretty cool. He got lights all the way across the boom. Alright, it is about 11 o'clock. We are out of fertilizer, so I'm waiting on Dad to get back up here. Then I gotta go get the fertilizer tender, bring it back to the farm, fill it up, and then bring it back here and fill this up so we can finish it. We got about 10 acres left, and we'll be done up here for tonight. So we will probably start back again tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna do a little like 20-acre field, and then we'll move out to the other side of town where we got a few hundred acres to do out there. So trying to finish up here around the home farm, and then we'll work our way towards the west and then to the south. So knocking out the acres. This will be about 100 acres for today, which is not too bad considering I got here at 4 o'clock, and I'm working till 11 or 12, but still got to get some acres done even though I'm still in school. So it's got to be done. So I think Dad's here. Oh, yep, he's here. So we're gonna head down to the farm and fill up.